Hello and welcome to Read Right Now. I'm coming to you today from Bunratty Castle and Folk Park, which is just outside of Limerick, about a 15-minute drive. And I'm here to meet today's learner. Her name is Terry Rainsford, originally from England, aren't you?
I am, yes.
But you've been living in Limerick for how long?
36 years now.
And tell me a bit about your family.
I have 4 sons and 2 grandchildren.
And the sons are?
Jared, Kevin, Aidan, and my baby is
Brian is 11.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be giving you hints on writing and using capital letters and something called computer applications, which sounds terribly complicated. But you've been doing it.
I've written on the computer.
Yeah.
I've done emails on the computer. And I've organised all this.
The whole setup, going to Bunratty to the medieval bank and all that kind of stuff.
Finding out what's what.
And in our Get It section, because today's theme is computer applications, we'll be telling you about all the kind of things you can do with computers. It really isn't that complicated once you get your head around it. Sure, it's not.
No, it seems it at the time.
And we'll be giving you some useful tips on remembering spellings. You can do exactly what Terry has done and what everybody else has done who's decided to go back to learning to read and write, to adult literacy, by getting a copy of our free Read Right Now workbook. All you got to do is pick up the phone right now and dial 1-800 20 20 65. It's a free phone number and the booklet is free. 1-800 20 20 65. Now, you also learned recently to drive.
I did.
Yeah.
And that was scary because I never thought I'd actually do it. And I passed first time.
First time?
Yeah.
Took me 2 attempts. Well done.
See?
Terry's life has changed since she started the FÁS Return to Education programme at her college in Limerick known as the Red Tech. Her new reading and writing skills have helped her pass her driving test and given her a new independence.
I'm going in as far as the Red Tech because I have a few things to organise for the medieval banquet for Brian and the boys, because Brian loves history and it's kind of something that I want to do for him. Really looking forward to it, but it's going to be a lot of hard work.
The evening in Bunratty took quite a bit of organising. Terry did research on the internet, wrote a letter to book the banquet and organised costumes, all the time keeping the whole thing a secret from her youngest son, Brian. She started the planning weeks ago, enlisting the help of her tutor, Mary Keane, at the Red Tech.
So Terry, Bunratty it is then?
I'm thinking about it anyway.
But what made you decide to plan an evening in Bunratty?
Well, it was your fault actually. Because do you remember we all went away there in May, we went to the castle and it was fabulous there. So
It looked fantastic, didn't it?
yeah, and I was just thinking, you know, at home it would be lovely to bring the boys there.
Yeah.
Brian and Aidan especially, because he's just finished his leaving cert. And it would be a surprise for both of them to actually
he doesn't
go
know
there.
about it?
No, he doesn't know anything at all.
Oh, very good, very good.
So-
What do you want to say in this letter then?
Would it be possible for myself and the boys to go to the medieval banquet and just for them to get back to me and say yes or no? You know, it's kind of...
You don't want to be the Lord and Lady or something like that?
I've heard of that happening before
Yeah.
now, and I think that would be cool, but,
You get the opportunity to get
you know,
dressed up and everything,
will
so
we ask them?
go for it.
Put it in the letter?
Try it.
Right. So now, the letter's finished, Mary. How do I actually sign off? Is it yours sincerely or yours faithfully?
Okay. Well, because we don't know who we're writing to, you would use yours faithfully.
So I just put down yours faithfully and my own name?
Yeah. Yeah.
This writing tip isn't about writing by hand, it's about using a computer to write, which you may need to do more and more. We're going to take a look at 4 useful keys that you'll find on any keyboard. First, the Shift key. When you look at a keyboard, you'll see that the letters on the keys are in capitals, Q, W, E. But when you actually press them, what you get are small letters. Now, look what happens when you hold down one of the 2 Shift keys. Hold down Shift and press Q. what you get is capital Q. Hold down Shift and press W, you get capital W. There are 2 Shift keys on every keyboard. They may have the word Shift on them or an arrow pointing upwards or even both. Have a look at what happens when you hold down a different key, the Caps Lock key. When you press this key, everything you write will be in capital letters until you press it again. Press it once to switch it on, and then again to switch it off. Another useful key on a keyboard is the long bar across the bottom. This is the space bar, and as you can guess from its name, we use it to leave a space between words. Just to mention one other useful key, look for the Enter or Return key on the keyboard. This key usually has the word Enter or Return printed on it, and it's also often got an arrow pointing to the left. You use this key to start a new line. So, Shift, Caps Lock, Spacebar, Enter or Return. These 4 keys are particularly useful, and you'll discover other useful keys bit by bit as you get more practice at using computers. Terry's return to education has meant improving her reading and writing. It has also meant much more. It has brought the whole family closer, and they now spend more time together talking openly about the things that are important to them.
When you consider that you're 18 now and you're finished, I'm 47 and I'm still there, you know.
When did you finish?
I was 11. I was Brian's age when I first left school.
You started school over in England, isn't it?
Yeah, I never went to school here, sure, because when we came home, if you didn't know Irish back in them days, in the olden days, it was kind of, you weren't accepted in schools unless you had Irish. You know, it's a bit crazy, yeah. Little did anyone know, not alone did I not know Irish, but I didn't know how to read and write. I'd love actually to go back and stare them in the face and say, look at me now. I've gone back, even though they have stated that I would not amount to anything.
You find it hard going back?
It was kind of hard, all right, for the simple reason I didn't know what I was going to walk into. You know, I had this idea of I'd be walking into a classroom with a teacher, desks, blackboard. It wasn't how I expected it. I had one tutor and we sat around a table similar to this, and it was very informal, you know, and if you had any questions, you weren't told to shut up.
Computers can be used for just about everything really, and depending on what type of work you want your computer to do, you need different computer applications or programs. So this Get It is about computer applications. Now, your computer is a smart machine, but like us, it needs tools if it's to do certain jobs. I mean, you couldn't fix a leaky tap without a spanner, so your computer couldn't help you type a letter if it didn't have the right tool. And for a computer, having the right tool means having the right computer application. It all depends on what you want your computer to do. For example, if you want to listen to a CD on your computer, you need to use a particular type of computer application. In fact, there's one called Media Player or another one called Real Player. And if you want to look at things on the internet, you'll need a different type of computer application, one like Netscape Navigator or Microsoft Explorer. But one of the most common computer applications is Microsoft Word, and it's used for what we call word processing. Word processing is exactly what it sounds like. It lets you do things with words, all sorts of things like writing letters or stories or lists, anything you might want to write really. You can also use it to make tables to put information in. It's probably the application which most of us use most often. Usually when you buy a computer, it comes with some computer applications already installed. Then, if you find you need them, you can add more at a later stage. Back at the Red Tech, Terry and Mary leave nothing to chance. Terry wants to make a list for costumes needed for her family, and Mary discovers that Terry's also bringing a surprise guest.
Do you mind coming down to the costume shop and helping me to pick out some costumes for this?
Oh, I'd love that, yeah, it'd be great. Right?
Yeah. We'll have a laugh when we're doing this.
Oh,
we'll do is we can do up a table and we'll get very organised all together. Go on up there to table, into insert table. So what we'll put in on top then is the name. Yeah,
Name.
and then we'll list the names underneath.
Okay, that's fine.
And over here then we'll put in costume type. And then
Yeah.
we can put the costumes, what costumes they're going to get after it. So there's, how many of you going?
There'll be 5.
And the name of the special friend. You've been very quiet.
Yeah, it's Derek Mooney.
Go away, Derek Mooney. Go, hobnobbing, huh?
Hobnobbing with the vest.
Is he going to dress up as well then?
Hopefully.
Very good.
Well, if I'm going to do it, he's going to do it as well. That's it.
Look at this. Very
Oh my
good,
God.
Barney. Excellent.
Put him on.
Ah, no.
I'll go on. I'll go on. You know you want when I see you.
Show us. There's the Flintstones. Abby, 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 do that.
Take it
Do
off.
that. That's
You're
it,
mad
that's
looking.
it.
No, I'm actually looking for costumes for the medieval banquet in Bunratty. Yeah.
Okay.
And what I'm
For you.
looking for is Lord and Lady
Right. Okay.
and 3 knights.
What about this one? A night.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's nice.
Don't want
Isn't
Sergeant
it?
Pepper in
Oh
it.
yeah, Night Crusader.
Yeah.
Very good.
Kevin in that one.
Another
that.
Crusader.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, they go
Yeah.
well actually.
Colour.
Yeah,
and they're different colours, so they wouldn't be
And they're
exactly-
adults, aren't
They're
they? these
adults.
ones?
They're
Yeah.
all adults.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 adults. ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought that one
Oh,
for the child.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
they'd be
great
lovely on the
for-
lads.
Yeah.
That's
for them.
perfect. Yeah, what do you think? Think we take those ones?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for the Lord.
I love that.
Oh, now Terry, check
Oh,
it out.
look
Lord.
at that. Emerald green.
Green.
Emerald green, yeah.
Oh,
He
it's
could be
cute.
swirling around in that. It's fabulous.
I like that.
Do you think that would be
Yeah,
suitable
yeah, I like
Okay.
that.
Good.
Yeah,
And
we'll
it's
hold on
nice
to
and
that.
simple.
for yourself,
Like
lady?
that.
That's you, Terry.
This is for
I
you.
can see you in it. Oh, look at the
And it's
sleeves.
nice
on it.
little
Sleeves, big long ones.
long sleeve. Would you like to try the hat?
Go on. Try it on.
Now,
Sorry, it's fabulous.
you think?
Laura Hoffsey. Means a whole family. So that's it. So you think they're
You're happy
okay?
with everything?
Yeah, I think they're perfect.
Right. Okay.
So we'll take those and we'll just go up and check them on the list now. And that's it then, is it?
Right here?
Right, okay. I have the list here. What is it for myself?
The medieval lady, isn't
Yeah,
it?
medieval.
Let's say there's a word you find hard to spell and you want to learn it. Like for me, it'd be a word like accommodation. I always have to stop and think how many C's and how many M's it's got. This week's spelling tip is about a technique you might find useful to help with learning a new spelling. It's got 4 steps. Look, cover, write, check. Let's take the word keyboard as an example to try out the look, cover, write, check technique. The first step is look. Look at the word carefully and have a good look at the letters it contains. Keyboard. K-E-Y-B-O-A-R-D. You could see if the word can be broken up into shorter sections, like here, the word keyboard can be broken up into 2 shorter words, key and board. You might even want to close your eyes and try to picture it in your mind's eye. Right, the next thing to do is cover the word and then try to write it. Then you'll need to check if you've got the spelling correct. K-E-Y-B-O-A-R-D, keyboard. All right, let's have a go with another word, computer. Step 1, look at the word, focus on the letters. See how computer can be broken up into shorter sections. Com-pute-er. Okay, time to cover the word, write it, and finally, check if it's written correctly. If you've got it right, then that's another spelling learned, and if not, you can go through the 4 steps again until you've got it. Look, cover, write, and check. So now I've got no excuse myself for not learning how to spell accommodation. A-C-C-O-M-M-O-D-A-T-I-O-N.